Hello there, we're looking at multiples, factors and primes, and I'm going to start from the basics, which really covers sort of level 4 or 5 upwards if you're in the UK. So first of all, we'll start with multiples. So if we just start by listing a few multiples of numbers, so multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16 and so on. So multiples is a number that's in the times tables of that number. We did multiples of 13, we got 13, 26, 39, 52. So just adding on 13 each time. Now you might want to find some common multiples. So for example, if I take 6 and 8, so multiples of 6, and multiples of 8. What you might notice about these two is that if I go through the list, 24 is the first number that appears in both. There'll be many other numbers that will appear in both as well, but what that means is that 24 is the lowest common multiple of 6 and 8. So if you have to list multiples, multiples are just numbers that appear in the times table. 1 times 4, 2 times 4, 3 times 4, 4 times 4, 1 times 13, 2 times 13, and so on. So let's have a look at factors. I'm going to start off by listing factors of 24. Now when I list factors, I like to do it systematically, so you always know that there's one number that goes into everything, and that's 1. So what do I have to multiply by 1 to get 24? Well, that's fairly easy. 1 times 24. Now then from there I can go through and say, well, does 2 go into 24? 2 times, well, if I double this number, I can halve this number. So 2 times 12 will make 24. 3 goes into 24, and that goes 8 times. 4 goes into 24, again I can double 2, which means I've got to halve 12. 5 doesn't go into 24, and I've already done 6, so that's how I know I'm done. And then put a little U-shape or horseshoe around them, and it means that factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. So by listing them in pairs, you can always get a better start. I'm now going to do 36. So once again, we've got 1 times 36, and we can always get started easily there. 2, if I halve 36, 18. 3 goes in, so I triple that. I can divide that by 3, and I find out that 3 times 12 will work for me. 4 times 9. 5 doesn't go in, because it hasn't got a 0 or 5 at the end. 6 does, and that's 6 times 6. So a particularly special one here, because we've got what we might call a repeated factor of 6. So the factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. So for this one we had 8 factors. For this one we've got 9 factors, and because it's got an odd number of factors, that means it's a square number. So always a way to spot a square number, it has an odd number of factors because it's got this repeated one here. One more example is I'm going to give you 13. So we can do 1 times 13. Now 2 doesn't go into 13 because it's not an even number. 3 doesn't go in because 3 goes into 12 and 15, so it skips it. 4 doesn't go into it because 2 didn't go into it. 5 doesn't, and so on and so forth. And what you end up with is this has only got 2 factors. And all numbers with 2 factors are prime. And that's what makes a prime number a prime number. It's only got the 2 factors. So by using factors and doing them systematically, you can identify the factors of numbers, numbers that are square numbers, and numbers that are prime. And for using and applying it, see next video. And one way of applying the prime numbers is you could make yourself a billionaire if you can find out if there's a pattern to how prime numbers appear. I'll leave that one with you.